Many thanks for joining us on Aso Briefing today. I am Joy Annie. Let's begin with the headlines. President Bola Tinubu calls for inclusive global governance at BRICS Summit in Brazil. Nigeria's reaffirmed commitment to global nuclear test ban. Innovation Minister Festus Keyamo inaugurates Enugu Air's maiden flight. And on business, President Tinubu pledges transparency in public finance, opens 2025 National Conference on Public Account. You're watching Aso Briefing. We are live on DSTV, channel 392, also on StarTimes TV, channel 127, and Free TV, channel 507. Let's begin with the stories now. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has urged a comprehensive re-evaluation of the global governance, financial and healthcare systems, advocating for greater inclusion and equity for low-income and emerging economies, especially in Africa. Speaking at the 17th meeting of the BRICS Bloc and Global South Nation in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, President Tinubu emphasized that environmental degradation, climate change and healthcare disparities continue to hinder growth and development in many regions of the world. He said Nigeria supports the BRICS call for a more balanced and collective approach to global development, one that addresses long-standing structural imbalances and prioritizes fairness. The Nigerian leader was invited to the summit by Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. Nigeria officially became one of the 9 BRICS partner countries in January 2025, alongside Belarus, Bolivia, Cuba, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Thailand, Uganda, and Uzbekistan. Well, the partner country category was introduced at the 16th BRICS Summit in Kazan in October 2024. Now, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Maita Matugar, has issued a clarion call to BRICS nations to take the lead in the global fight against climate change and health inequity. Delivering an address on behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Nigerian delegation in Brasilia, Brazil, Ambassador Tugar stressed the urgent need for collective action. He pointed Africa's vulnerability to climate change despite contributing minimally to global emissions, citing flooding, desertification and rising sea levels in Nigeria, which are taking a toll on lives and livelihoods. Ambassador Tugar urged BRICS to increase climate financing support to developing nations for them to pursue ambitious climate targets while maintaining economic growth, while calling for a complete reinvention of global health systems to address inequities exposed by COVID-19 pandemic. Al-Kazim Abdul Kader, the Minister's Special Assistant on Media and Strategy, shared this statement with newsmen, reaffirming Nigeria's commitment to initiatives as the African carbon market and the Great Green Wall, and outlined the country's long-term Vision 2050, which seeks to integrate renewable energy, urban efficiency and climate resilience into national planning. Moving on now, Vice President Kashim Shettima has reaffirmed Nigeria's commitment to the global ban on nuclear weapon testing, emphasizing that the countries remained focused on tackling pressing socio-economic and environmental challenges. Shettima gave the assurance during a meeting with a delegation from the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty Organization, the CBTO, led by the Executive Secretary, Dr. Robert Floyd, at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. He noted that Africa, and particularly Nigeria, faces urgent issues such as poverty and climate change that demand immediate attention. He praised the CTBTO for its vigilance with 337 monitoring stations worldwide, adding that the organization's work also benefits civilian populations by detecting tsunamis and monitoring volcanic activity. In response, Dr. Floyd commended Nigeria's role under President Bola Tinubu's leadership in strengthening international norms against nuclear testing. He described the partnership between Nigeria and the CBTO as a natural alliance and lauded the country's contribution towards achieving global nuclear stability. Away now, over 5,000 women and children and older people in the Gariki community of the Federal Capital Territory were over the weekend reached with free medical checks, medications, as well as food items. Founder and CEO of the two NGOs When in Need Foundation, the Win and Every Life Matters Humanitarian Foundation, ELIMH, Chief Dr. Chitachi Mwogwa Eton, said the medical outreach is in honor of her mother who passed on March 1, 2025. Correspondent Rosemary Kokotega was there.
The premises of the Gariki Primary School, Federal Capital Territory, a venue of the outreach, was filled to capacity as residents trooped out to receive the gift of love, championed by When in Need Foundation and Every Life Matters Humanitarian Foundation. The medical outreach was initially planned for 2,000 women and children. However, over 5,000 people turned out and were all attended to. The founder and CEO, the Queen Mother, Chief Dr. Chitachi Ekton Mwoga, said the gesture was her chosen style of mourning her mother, late Priscilla Chinyere Mwoga, who during her time laid her life for the comfort of many in different ways.
I call it mourn for purpose. So I'm mourning the death of my mom, but I'm also turning that mourn into success and happiness, because I know that where she is, her soul is happy. The children and the women, they're the most disadvantaged in this part of the world, in this country. I know about infants born, but the parents can't afford to buy baby formulas. And I've seen children that are 3 years old and they look like they're only 8 months old. So the formulas and the baby food that we have here today, I hope and I pray that we'll do the work, we'll do the magic, even if it's only for 1 week.
She showed us love. She was a prayerful woman who connected us all.
The people of the community, led by their chief, the Sakwe of Gariki, His Royal Highness Dr. Usman Ngakupi, expressed appreciation, prayed for replenishment for the donor and for the repose of the soul of her deceased mother.
I am excited. We are all excited. All what we are praying now, God will bless her with her family, and we are also asking people, I've been saying it, she's a mother, so that God will bless you on us and after here.
Thank God for her giving us this medicine. Yeah, thank God for Dr. Chetachi. We are grateful to her. May Almighty Allah console her. May her mommy so rest in perfect peace.
We feel very happy about the kind gesture. We pray that the people that organize it, let the Almighty Lord that gave them this power to make them come with more of this.
Family members, friends and associates, including Queen of Hamland, Jaba, Kaduna State, Queen Fatu Danladi Maude, and the National Chairman, Action Alliance Party, Chief Kenneth Udeze, described the gesture by the Queen Mother as humane and worthy of emulation.
She's been trying her all best to put smile on people's face. And this one is a blessing that she tapped from her mother. We pray that she will succeed all in her life.
I urge Nigerians who are millionaires, who are billionaires, not to always concentrate in their family, but always extend the hands of love and fellowship to those that are in need. And what she has done today is exactly what she has been known for.
Similar outreach is also to be held in the home state of the donor, Imo, at a yet-to-be-announced date. Rosemary Kokotega, Aso Television News.
Now, the maiden edition of Sentinel's Nigeria First Vanguard news magazine themed Hope Center national and global stages. Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Maitama-Tugar, in a statement read on his behalf by the ministry's spokesperson, Kemibie Imomotemi Bienfa, emphasized the importance of media in fostering unity, driving development, and enhancing diplomatic engagement. The magazine is expected to serve as a vital platform to articulate Nigeria's story and aspiration, then showcase the country's diplomatic effort, including leadership in regional peacekeeping and advocacy for equitable global governance. The launch aligns with the ministry's 4Ds foreign policy doctrine, which focuses on demography, development, diaspora, and democracy. Moving on now, the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has officially inaugurated Enugu Air's maiden flight at the Akanu Ibiam International Airport. The state-owned airline is a bold initiative by Governor Peter Mba's administration to boost economic development and improve connectivity. Special Advisor on Media and Communication to the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Tunde Moshood, said Minister Keyamo praised the launch as a trailblazing initiative, highlighting it as a model for what state government can achieve through visionary leadership and strategic investment. Governor Mba, who expressed gratitude to the minister and his team for their support, described Enugu Air not just as airline but a symbol of the state's ambition to connect with the world and unlock new opportunities. Enugu Air is set to begin regular commercial flights to key domestic destinations, with plans to expand regionally and internationally in near future. The Federal Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development pledged continued support to ensure safety, sustainability, and global standards in Nigeria's aviation sector. Meanwhile, the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, the NCAA, has approved the commencement of domestic flight operation by Enugu Air in line with the Ministers of Aviation and Aerospace Development's 5-point agenda aimed at promoting the growth of indigenous airlines and the DGCA's mantra of enhancing the ease of doing business and deepening sectoral reforms. In a statement, Michael Achimugo, NCAA's director, Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, said Enugu Air has designated XEJet as its operational partner pending the conclusion of its air operator certificate, the AOC process. He said pursuant to this partnership, the XEJet has completed a full variation process to integrate the EMB 170 aircraft into its operation specifications in accordance with NCAA's 5-phase certification procedure. As such, XEJet is duly authorized to operate scheduled commercial flights on behalf of Enugu Air under current NCAA guidelines. The statement states that in the interim, ticket sales for Enugu Air flights is facilitated via the XEJet platform, accessible through a redirect on the Enugu Air official website. The NCAA says it remains committed to enabling a supportive regulatory environment for indigenous carriers and ensuring fair competition.
We were warned about this marriage. Because we did not listen, the young maiden is dead.
Nana, come here. Hi. Why do you speak so freely with a stranger from Ajan?
We were just talking about offering Ojigijag a seat on the council.
You got to be praised. You making it look like it is a big deal.
Many thanks for staying there. Now to the rest of the story. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, the NNPC Limited, has handed over 35 hybrid compressed natural gas CNG-powered buses to the presidential initiative on CNG as part of effort to support Nigeria's energy transition and promote cleaner, more affordable fuel alternatives. The official handover ceremony took place on Monday at the NNPC Towers in Abuja. Speaking at the event, Group Chief Executive Officer of NNPC Limited, Mr. Bashir Ojulari, reaffirmed the company's commitment to advancing the federal government's gas-driven agenda. This gesture, he said, aligns with the broader objective to promote CNG as a cleaner, cheaper and more sustainable energy source, noting that NNPC Limited has made significant stride in gas supply, infrastructure development, distribution and retail services. Also speaking at the event, the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, Ekperipe Ekpo, described the buses as symbols of economic relief, social equity and environmental sustainability. He said the initiative reflects President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda aimed at reducing transportation costs, lowering dependence on petrol, and maximizing Nigeria's natural gas potential for benefit. Executive Vice President, Downstream NNPC Limited, Momoni Dagazo, highlighted the economic advantages of adopting CNG, stated it would reduce Nigeria's reliance on petrol and diesel and help boost the local gas industry. Moving forward now, the senior pastor, Good Tidings Bible Church International, Pastor Tayo Olutayo, has called on Nigerians to be united and respect the laws of the land to attract goodness of God. The cleric made the call during a church service, a special service to celebrate its mandate prayer convention titled Outpouring 2025.
Heavens and the earth, the Alpha, the Omega. Take something out of your head, anything but wisdom to God. Not anything else. Make it now. Heavens and the earth, the Alpha, the Omega. Take something out of your head, anything but wisdom to God.
Now, President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed more commitment to transparency and accountability in public finance management, declaring that funds saved from the removal of fuel subsidy will be channeled into critical infrastructure, social safety nets, and targeted economic reforms. A statement signed by the Director of Information and Public Relations to the Federal Ministry of Finance, Mohammed Manga, showed the President gave assurance in Abuja when he declared open the 2025 National Conference on Public Accounts and Fiscal Governance with the theme Fiscal Governance in Nigeria, charting a new course for transparency and sustainable development. Represented by the Minister of State for Finance, Dr. Doris Uzoka-Nite, the President emphasized the importance of transparency and accountability in public finance management, while citing steps taken to digitize public finance systems through platforms such as the Integrated Payroll and Personal Information System, Government Integrated Financial Management Information System, and the Open Treasury Portal. He added that strengthening the role of the public account committees and promoting transparency transparency and accountability in government, the administration demonstrates its commitment to fiscal discipline and responsible governance. This event, he said, is a significant milestone in Nigeria's pursuit of transparency, accountability, and sustainable development, providing a platform for stakeholders to discuss critical issues, share best practices, and chart a new course for fiscal governance in Nigeria. Now, the United States Latin America Chamber of Commerce, the USLAC, has announced a partnership with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and other stakeholders to empower 50 million youth across Africa. This was revealed at a press briefing held ahead of the program.